Numbers do not lie. Numbers don't lie, beautiful people. When we going through 1 through 9, the master number 11, 22, and 33. Now, numbers don't lie, but people do. So let me start off by telling you how important numbers are. Numbers are so important that numbers are everywhere. Numbers is in the address. Numbers is on car tags. Numbers is everywhere. Everywhere you go, numbers is everywhere. And the way this thing's been measured is through numbers. Everything deals with numbers. Even astrology deal with numbers. The months, numbers are everywhere. So you already know the importance of numbers. You got an age. Every time you look on the clock, there's a number. The TV screen got numbers. Anytime you sign something, you got numbers. So numbers are important, first of all, I must say. So, what is your life purpose? What is your life path? What is your fulfillment? This is the most important out of all numbers, because we got three numbers apiece. Three numbers out of our birthday. I don't even need the time. You just give me your whole birthday and I can add it up and I get the number. For example, my birthday is October the 9th, 1977, right? So I add it up. Add up the 10, because the 10th month, the 9, and the 1977 together, I get 34. So you got to break it down to a single number. So you got 34. You do the 3 and the 4, and add that together, you get 7. That's a single number. Unless it comes in equal digits like 11 or 22 or 33, you keep it the same. So mine will be 34 over 7. So you can add a little bit of that 3 and that 4 into that 7. So it's my life path is 7. So we're going to start from 1 all the way on to 9. Then we do master number 11, 22, and 33. This is how important numbers is. Because first of all, you got to understand the order of how numbers operate. 0, a very important number. It's a cosmic number. It's circular. So this is the womb of a female. Number 0. So from 0, out the womb, out of darkness, out that ocean, the cosmic ocean, like you see the universe at night, the darkness, what came is the sun. The sun, the father. So out the woman's womb came the father, the son. So that's number 1. I'm about to show y'all the order of how life operate through numbers. So number 1 was the sun. So that makes the one creator, because the one by itself, right? The one really don't have nothing to play with it. So number 1 creates. So number 1 is a creative number. It's the number of leadership. Got to take initiative. Got to do things. Got to put things to action. And so now number 1 creates number 2. Number 2, because number 1 is the father. Number 2 is the mother. You got to understand that 1 came from the mother, but he created a playmate. The other side of him was the female aspect, was number 2. So number 2 has the number 1 in it too. You see? So that's why number 2 represents the moon. Number 1, the sun. Number 2, the moon. And so here you have it. Number 2, the moon, the mother. So she's nurturing, she's caring, and stuff like that there. So she's the mother. She gonna be the one who lay back, who be receptive. While number 1 to take action, number 2 gonna be the mother, the nurturer, who receive, who listen, who got wisdom. So now number 2 creates, number 2 and number 1 creates a baby, which is number 3, which is the child. So that's why number 3 energy is playful. It's playful. It like to explore. It like to do things. It's adventurous. It want to learn. And sooner or later it grows into its wisdom through experience. And then after number 3, you already got the mother. I mean, you already got the father, number 1. You already got the mother, number 2, and you got number 3, the child. Now they need a place. They need a home. They need a place where they can be stable, something where they can be grounded at. So now number 4 is the home. And 4 is stability. It's they want to be secure financially all around. And so now if they get the home together, it goes to number 5. Now they want to get out the home. They want to travel. They want to do things. Number 5, they're the free spirit, adventure. They don't want to let hold them back. They want to get out the house, out the box. And so after number 5, you got number 6. After you done travel and everything, you got number 6. Now they want to spread this love to the community and share and give and bring peace and bring nurturing, just like the doctors and nurses. Number 6, want to bring healing to people. So now after you get number 6, the community and everything, you got number 7. So now number 6, now number 7 want to be more spiritual, bring the spiritual aspects to the community. Want to bring new things and break down what is, what's the truth. So number 7 gonna be the one who taps into his supernatural power, who connected with the divine, the source. So 7 gonna bring spirituality to everybody. So now you got number 7. Since 7 deal with the mind, the people who got the tightest minds and who's psychic and everything and who's spiritual. Now it moves to number 8. Now number 8 already got the mind of number 7. Now number 8 want to be more material. So now number 7 already set the goal and broke the taboos and light and brought the truth. Now number 8 want to manifest things. Number 8 want to have things. Number 8 want to do things. Not number 8 want to spread it in a practical way to love and want to heal through the hands and want to do things practical and want to manifest things. So that's number 8. So number 8 is the business people, people who want to do things like that there, and they rise up to wealth and they enjoy themselves. So they become prosperous. Now, after that, number 9. After number 8 undid everything, number 9 want to share all that love. Number 9 already had everything since it was the number 8. It already experienced all that wealth. So number 9, people more content. They don't care about wealth. That's why a lot of people who has number 9 in their chart, a lot of them don't be the wealthiest people because all they do is give, and they really don't want nothing back. So these are very strong people. They done went through all the numbers, all the aspects. So number 9 deal with completion. So number 9 represents all numbers. Number 9 got the ability of all of them. It can do what it wants. It got universal mind, universal thinking, very aggressive, very powerful, hypotext energy. So number 9 is the warrior who fight for humanity. People who know how to strategize military to save humanity. So number 9 is the hero. So now I done broke it down 1 through 9, beautiful people. I know y'all like, I did that. Broke it down for you. I show you how important numbers is. Now these are 1 through 9 single numbers. You know what I mean? So we got to understand that there's only really 9 numbers in the universe. Really 10, because you got to add a 0 too. Can't skip the 0. A 0 represents something. Everything came from that womb. So number 10 is a very fortunate and sacred number. But when we talk about numbers that you can see, 1 through 9, 0 is like the extra energy, the unseen energy. But number 9 has all of it. See what I'm saying? So number 9 is everything go back to 9. So you add, when you go to 10, afterwards you go back to 1. So now, since now you got a little bit of understanding about these numbers, now I'm about to move forward. So now, okay, let me do a little brief. Number 1 is the father. Number 2 is the mother. Number 3 is the child. Number 4 is the home. Number 5 is traveling, freedom. It's the person who's expressive, talkative, communicative. Number 6 is the one who healed the environment, who served the environment, who helped the environment. Number 7 is the one who brings spirituality to themselves and to the environment and bring the truth. These are the geniuses, genius minds and stuff right here. Number 8 is the ones who manifest from the genius minds, who prospers, who share their wealth, who show people how to get wealth. These are your business people. And then it goes to number 9. Number 9, I had it all. Now number 9 is the one who's the savior of humanity, who has all the gifts, who can heal, go through different emotions, different things. Number 9 can do almost anything what it wants, transform to many different positions and roles and through the numbers. So number 9 is the big humanitarian, the one who shows universal love with the universal mind. So now number 9 is more giving, more caring. Now, as we move on, now we're about to get into it. So your life path. And some of you can like mark down the number where I stopped at, far as describing the number. So where I start with the life path numbers, you can put it in the comments. I mean, I think at 9. Let me see something. I might can do it. I might can do this. Let me see. I see numbers on here. I might can do this. Let me see if I could let me see if I can do this. I gotta know what I'm doing. But I can type something in this comment. But anyway, you can put number like where I started. I think it's 9 something. Where I actually started numerology is going on no 10. It's gonna be 10 now. But anyway, now let me describe. Now we talking about those who are life path number 1. Now you know number one represents the sun. I gave you a little brief already. So is this the masculine energy? This the leader. This the leader. It represents the sun. We think of Leo. We think of those who creative. We think of those who playful, those who funny, those who career oriented, and those who driven, and those who you want to be around, those who could charm you, could hypnotize you, magnetic. Number one is a lot of beautiful people is under number one. They got the shining light aura when you see these people. So if you're light path number one, that means you add up all your birthday numbers, and that's what you get number one. At the end of this live, I'm gonna break down some of y'all birthdays and tell y'all what y'all light paths is. But anyway, number one. Number one is the shiny one. Number one is the ones. This deal with the mind. It deals with the fiery mind, the mind. So they like clairvoyance and claircognizance at the same time, but they clairvoyance got because they can see the big picture, they can see where they're going, and so number one spirit is very driven, and they would not stop, and they don't care what people say, but also they like compliments, they like people who speak nicely because they very nice people and they can be very polite and very generous, but at the same time they can be aggressive and these can be your bold, your fighters. So they are the ones who will on the downside fight you because they don't care. They go all in. Number one people. But number one people though, they are very creative into like music, arts, clothing. So your life path, your life purpose is dealing with being creative, dealing with inspiring people, bringing inspiration and motivating people. It could be through the media. So you have number one, people have no problem being in the media. They have no problem being a fashion model. So you're here to do that. You're here to spark people with that and inspire people for the greater good and bring that type of balance and harmony to people and show people how to become a leader like you. So you're here to be an example of leadership and show people how to become their own leader, not to rule over people. People actually think that they're here to rule over people. No, you're here to be a leader of your own self so you can show people how to become their own leader. So this is what you're here to do, how they become their own man. So you bring a lot of inspiration towards people on the global tilt. Because number one is one of the most powerful number in the universe. And so you'll bring this energy so powerful is that you got the power to be popular all over the world because it's a popular number. It's the sun. It shines, right? And so on the upside, your gifts is definitely inspiration. People see your glow, you shine, be very magnetic. So you can motivate people because you got the fire, you got the drive, and being playful, being funny, entertaining people is one of your gifts. When you entertain someone, you win. You know what I'm saying? When you be that fashion model, but who be so conceited until don't be so conceited until you just own people. You see what I'm saying? Because number one, people could be so conceited too now. But as long as you here to bring that balance, you need that balance. You need that balance. Can't can't just be a number one without balance. Balance is like don't always be in the spotlight. Sometimes you give other people the spotlight, like balance it out sometimes, and be happy when other people shine and glow. You're here for that to bring that inspiration. You can be an actor and all that other stuff. So this is like purpose to be that leader, starting a new trend. 'Cause number ones are like trendsetters, so they can be inventors. A lot of your inventors, and they can also get into like they can get into all anything they want, anything a number one want to do. A number one can do it because number one deal with creative mind, but it also deals with the first number that helps create all the other numbers. And so anything a number one wants to do, anybody who got a life path one wants to do, you can do it because you deal with the mind. You deal with the mind. So your mind is definitely is on point, and you will have like what the thing called not clairvoyance. It's stronger than clairvoyance. Like it's called distant like clairvoyance, where you could be a seer in other countries and see what's going on in other countries if you tap into that. But other than that, you're here to be that strong leader and stuff like that. There, you're here to inspire, motivate people, and be example of leadership. Be example of love. And number one is a love. Number two now, be example of love. Be an example of who somebody could come to and get inspired. So you're not really a downer energy, you're more upper energy. But on the downside, you could be there. You could crash all out, go all out. Don't care. Nobody got to say. Because number one, people don't care what nobody got to say. So you see, number one can entertain themselves a lot. They can entertain themselves a lot. So you're here for that purpose, to be that leader, to be that scrum, and to set new trends into bring new adventures into the world. You're here to do that, to bring new light, to bring new flame to bring new creativity into the world. So now they move on to number 2. If your life path number 2, what you here to do, because you just the mother energy, just that balance energy. The people who love peace, the people who love peace, those who they like to be around people, but they also could be themselves. So it's like a double, it's a duality number. So these people are nurturing, they're caregivers, they provide for you. And so you're here to be that. You're here to be that nurturer, that caregiver. You're here to uh give advice when people need it because you're receptive to people. So you got more empathy towards people. You're an empath naturally. It's like an empath where you can pick up on their emotions, you can read it, and you can feel their pain in your soul. You know what people going through. But if you learn your psychic gifts, like being an empath, what you feel is not yours, and somebody else, you can read them real well. You're nasty intuitive, you're nasty by your intuition. You know, you do a lot of researching because you deal with the intellect also. So highly intellectual, and you like intellectual conversation, but you don't speak only when spoken to. A lot of number 2, so your life path 2, unless y'all got other numbers in your chart to influence your life path number. So number 2 people are peace loving. They'll be the one with the glow. You'll love to be around their aura. They got the cool, nice, like moon-like presence. Moon-like. So you deal with the moon. The moon is your planet. It's just like number 1, their planet is the sun. Number 2 people, life path 2, yours is the moon. Naturally psychic, naturally intuitive to what's going on. You deal with I feel, mostly what you feel. It's all about what you feel. Like number 1, people are here to create, and their energy deal with knowing people gifts and talents. If people who have life path number 1, their gifts is knowing people creative talents. Your gifts is picking on people vibes. You just know people, you know what I'm saying, without people saying their thoughts, because you can feel the vibes. So once you learn how to read people through feelings, you'll be good. And also it's good for number 2 people to stay out of bad environment. You need to be around peaceful environment and peaceful people and places and things like that, because this will do you good. So if your life path number 2, this is what you here to do. You're here to heal. You're here to bring healing towards people. Just by your aura, your cool presence, and you don't trip that much because you want to see people heal, and just don't let people take advantage of your kindness because you're so kind, and take your kindness for weakness because you're here to be that nurturing, caring spirit. So, but don't let people take advantage of that. People might come to you because they know they can you will empathize with them. They know that you will listen. So some people can manipulate you also for things. But the thing is, they don't know that you can see through all that. You very much psychically in tune, and you got a passive aggressive side that can very snap. So when you get mad, number 2, a lot of times want to be isolated. They really don't want to be around nobody. So that's the thing about people who has number 2s. And I'm gonna read all of y'all after I finish with all the light paths on number 2 now. That I mean, but I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the comments now. I might well read some now as I'm going up the ladder to these numbers. Say, hey, Kane, and thank you, thank you. I don't know who keep retracting your message. I don't know how that happened. They do it itself, but now it's a message retract. I don't know who retracting the message. I ain't got no. I don't hire nobody. Janelle Speaks said, "Wow, I just came in here on time." Oh, number 1, I did you the sun that shine. I'm going off through all the numbers. Even though I'm talk to some of y'all. I wasn't wait to the end, but I said I might well talk to some of y'all. Okay, number 2, yes. Life path number 2 people are very deep. And whoever retracting y'all message, it might be do it naturally. Probably certain things you say, I don't know. I don't know how this system set. But they got all type of stuff going on. This is beautiful, people. But number 2 people are the ones who you just want to just hug. They got that energy like, I care. I'm there. You spend your whole life to. These people are so cool. But on the flip side, they're moody. They're very sensitive. They're very moody and stuff like that. They might don't want to be around people. They can isolate themselves and stuff like that there. So, but as long as they got some people to socialize with, that's part of their healing, being in groups, people to socialize with. So with this being said, if you're number 2 people, you're here to be that nurturer, that caregiver. You're here to cook that good food, you know, because deal with that moon energy, it's that moon glow. So it's kind of like that Cancer vibe. So you very much got that sun in you too. So when that sun come out, that fire, you can be very creative. Number 2s are super creative because they go by what they feel. They feel something or imagine. They use their imagination. So they can be clairvoyants, but also clairsentients. They can have all the psychic gifts, but mainly I feel, and clairvoyance. So number two people, they deal with this type of stuff. So psychic gives them an ability or something natural to these people. I mean, like, do what you're here to do. You're here to be the healer, the nurturer, the caregiver. You're here to be the one who bring healing and therapy in all forms, therapeutic, even meditation or meditational, like sex or whatever, only with the right partners where you can heal. You can heal people on all levels. Your energy is there. But number two, people ain't the one who will be just be the first one to step up. Like number one, number ones will come straight to you. You know what I'm saying? Number one is straight speak out. Number two might just lay back, you know what I'm saying? Until you say something to them. So these type of people number twos are. Now, if you're life path two, this is the energy that is carried right here. You know what I'm saying? But also you gotta look at the other numbers that's in your chart, like the day you're born on, your attitude number, all that matter too. I'm gonna get to that too. Now moving on to number three. Number three people, I already said that's the child, right? Number three deal with the child. So it deal with expression. It deal with like exploring, people who very curious, people like to try out things, people who adventurous, people who fun loving, and people like love to learn till they grow. As they grow, they like to grow until they get that wisdom. So it deals with Jupiter, planet Jupiter. So it's gonna be wise souls and stuff like that. Deal with the Trinity. So they want to expand their minds, expand themselves, better themselves, but also they want to try out things, the senses. So they very much clairvoyant. They can see the big picture, and sometimes they can skip the small details, and they can miss a spot because they can move so fast. So for number threes, life path number threes, if number three your life path, you're here to be that counselor, that sage, that guide. You're here to spread that knowledge, that light, and to learn. Whatever you learn, you're here to teach it. You're here to spread it. You're not only here to give knowledge, you're here to learn so you can give it to the world. So the more you give, the more you get back. The more you give to people, it could be material things, it could be give you a time, it could be like anytime you give anything, you can get back more money. Because this is number three. People are lucky. These are your lucky people. They could be they're your lotto winners. Just like number fives, these people could be your lotto numbers and stuff like that. There. So if your life path number three, you definitely got the high fiery attitude, bold, try out things that people scared to try and stuff like that, like a daredevil, very adventurous and stuff like that. That there. You try almost anything because it's all about fun. You hate to be bored. But number threes can slip and they can be like non-responsible, irresponsible, and stuff like that there because there's so much of free spirit, you can't house them down. Can't house number threes down because they are free spirits. So it's hard to house them down. So number threes. Number threes is more like the ones who will always give you the counsel, the guy. They love to talk, they love to express themselves, they funny, and they like funny. They like being a comedian. They like to travel. They like animals. A lot of number threes like animals. Threes are the ones who like animals. I'm telling you, they are the ones who love animals. And they bold, so they would try things. They like daredevil. So these people do all of this till they learn in their later years. And so these people will learn all these lessons just to teach you, just to give you skills, and they will share their experience. So they are great storytellers, they're great writers, you know what I'm saying? So great counselor, great guy. They're here to do that. They're here to be that counselor guy. They're here to help you in many ways, you know. So these are your advisors, one who great at teaching, and they will be spiritual or religion. They'll be spiritual or religion. They're gonna deal with spirituality. Who is God? What is God? And they're gonna go through all that, you know. So they deal with spiritualities in general. Number three people. So the natural leaders, of course, the natural leaders, they're gonna do their own thing, and that's part of who they are. So now, as we move on to number four, this is a very powerful number because you already got one, two, three, and four. Now, this represents a foundation, a home. So number four is people deal with the roots. They deal with the roots. It's all about the roots because this is number four. So they will be into the ancestors. Number four is the ones who have an organized mind. They the most laid back, well, not really laid back. They more like the ones who sit back because they analytical. They're gonna analyze things, peep what's going on, pick up on these details. So these people are very detail oriented. Number fours, so they know how things operate. They deal with the earth element. So they deal with the earth element, but it also deals with the mind, which is Uranus. So it's like Saturn and Uranus mixture right here. So now you have the higher mind, you have the lower self. So these people gonna be, they thoughts gonna be all over the place. So they need that balance. They don't need to be in that box, just that home. So sometimes they need to get out and experience things. That's their higher mind. The higher mind come up with genius thoughts, genius ideas. So they make great planners, great advisors, the ones you want as a secretary, the one who could communicate with you, but since it's earthly and this number four, mostly earthly, uh, so these people will use their mind to manifest the way they live, to be the one who come up. So these people will have money because these are hard workers. They don't stop until they get the job done. So if you got number four people in your corner, you can trust them. You got people who will get the job done. They're loyal. They'll be there for you, and they will always be the one who you can lean on, who will care for you. So they're all about the family. They're all about the home. They're all about foundation. They're all about businesses. They're all about coming up. But more than ever, these people who love to be in the garden, be out in the earth, nature, you know what I'm saying? They like to be out in nature. So they're very spiritually in tune with the earth. So they could be like your physical empaths, pick up on your medical condition, what's going on. They know if you're sick, because they can feel your pain in their body. So they highly intuitive because they got all the elements. They got the mind of number one, which is the air element. They got number two. They got the number two, which is the water element, and they got number three, which is the fire element, and they earth. So they got all of that within them. So they got the mind, they got the intuition, psychic gifts, and they got the fiery clairvoyance. So they can be great mediums where they could talk to spirit or see spirit and all that there if they tap into that energy. But in the meantime, they're gonna be mostly focused on practical reality. They want to have things, so they go crazy if they're not stable, and they can worry. They can go through all these aches and their pain in their body through worrying and stressing out themselves. So these people are all about having things, but not for the sake of being materialistic, for the sake of feeling secure. And fours want to feel secure all around, mentally, physically, especially earthly. They want to make sure they have a foundation where they can live in this house, have something that they could pass on to their kids or their ancestors. You know what I'm saying? The kids are those who part of them. Because they're gonna be the providers. They're gonna be the one who gonna be the neat freaks, the ones who will keep the house clean, one who gonna be organized. And they hate to be out of order. But see, that Uranus wants them to get out that box. They got to get out that box, and this how they win. So it's a balance. Don't be too earthly or too airy. See what I'm saying? But as long as they trust, as long as they use their mind to trust that they will manifest, because it's a manifestation number, they'll manifest anything that they choose. To speak it and put it into action, and it will happen. And so these people pretty much some of the best vibration because you could trust when they deal with stability. They deal with stability right here. The four people are very stable. They got all the four elements. And so to tell you, they deal with nature. They're in tune by what they feel. They're in tune by what they see. They're in tune by what they hear. They're in tune with all the elements, especially Earth, because Earth is the last final say so of their being. So they're gonna be in tune with that earthly element. So it's about having gemstones, their spirituality. These are gonna be very spiritual people, but on the earthly level, which means they don't feel the spirit within themselves, but also because they could be very much clairsentience. Clairsentient, just like number twos could be clairsentience, fours could be clairsentient, and physical impact where they feel it in their body. But also mediums, fours can be. So they can be so in tune. They gonna have an object to feel. So these are best tarot readers, tarot card readers. You know what I'm saying? Because in gemstones, people who keep gemstones, people who have gemstones, people who have things like the ankh on their neck, because they feel more comfortable when they got earth in their presence. Like cars, they feel more comfortable through the cars. They can read you. The intuition kick off with the cars. They just go to reading it. You know what I'm saying? They feel more comfortable by touching you and healing you with their hands. They got healing hands. And so they feel comfortable like that there. They feel comfortable uh because they can get into Reiki and stuff like that there. Number four people. They get into Reiki. That's the earth element. So they get into Reiki and stuff like that. So these people make great nurses, doctors, but also business people of all kind doing earthly construction work, even doing like working in funeral homes. I know a lot of folks working in funeral homes. But a lot of them folks is wealthy. Because when you look at the number fours, like you look at Beyonce, you look at Jay-Z, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Oprah, but we just talking about on that industry level. Puff Daddy, all of them got number fours in their birthdays. Now, when I look at it from my own experience, I got aunts and uncles, all of them got a little money. If they ain't got no big money, but they got more than the average family member, so that's how it would be. Cause they gonna work 2 or 3 jobs like that there. They gonna work 2 and 3 jobs like that there. Who has the number fours in their charts? So those who have number fours, they're gonna be hard workers. They're gonna have more than the average person, no matter what level they on. If they're on the level of the streets, they have more than people in the street. They're on a level, whatever level they on. It could be at the nursing home, could be there, because they're gonna work till they get there. So they all about status, moving up in status, moving up in rank is very important, just like the number 8. So because it got a little Saturn in it, 4 got some Saturn in it, got some earth in it. So with that being said, these people are more comfortable. They ain't too material like how the number 8 would be. So they more about feeling secure in their home. So security means a lot for this number because they could be great bodyguards, military strategists, people who can strategize, you know what I'm saying? Because they serious and they practical and realistic. So these could be your good knowledge seekers too, could spread that light in a realistic level where they can show you facts and show you evidence. So we talking about number 4, this is what we talking about here. And 4 is a good number because they loyal and they stable to have. Now, y'all was on number 4. Now we on number 5. So as number 4, no, I'm move back to number 4 because I got to tell you what you're here to do. Number 4 is here to bring healing, but also here to show people how to build themselves to be stronger, but show people how to prosper and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? They're here to bring stability to people's lives. They're here to be something where people can stand on, be a earth, a ground for people to stand on. And so people come to number 4 for their problems, and number 4 always got a solution. These are your problem solvers. So 4s are here to do that, solve problems, be your maintenance person, your maintenance man, clean up people who help clean up your life and their life. So they're here to do that, clean themselves up. That's when they're on the higher up. But on the downside of number 4s, they're suicidal. They can be very suicidal and don't care about life no more because they feel like life ain't treating them right, and don't care, and they can be very violent and very harsh. Because these are your fighters. Them 4s are fighters. They are your freedom fighters. They're your fighters in general. So they can be very rebellious. Now, moving on now. I'm gonna move on now. Number 5. If your life path is number 5, we talking about because we got the father, number 1, number 2, the mother, number 3, the child, number 4, the home, and number 5 is the ones who going out in nature, the travelers. So number 5 are the people who love to be around family. They gonna be like number 4s who just stick in the home and stick with family like that. There, them 5 are the ones who gonna go out there. They're gonna be more like everybody in the world. Everywhere where they go, they meet people, friendly. So them 5 very communicative, deal with the mind. So them 5 more expressive, more entertaining and more fitting in with. They more adaptable because them 5 deal with Mercury. So they're more adaptable. Like when you think of Mercury, you think of Gemini and Virgo. So they can be air and earth. So here you have it here. You got them 5s, they're adaptable to this environment, that environment. But also think more of a Gemini with little Virgo too, you know. So them 5 gonna be your smarty pants. They're gonna be the ones who always on the internet, all over social media, who always gonna debate you, who always who they just love thoughts. They love ideas. They love to hear you talk. They'll sit back and listen to you talk. You know what I'm saying? And always bring discernment to things, break things down. Because this number 5. So they deal with the mind. So they always thinking of ways to solve problems and bring people together. Because they deal with socialization. So they want to bring a whole group together. They don't mind being in groups. So these are your party freaks. Just like number 3s and 5s, these the most partying numbers there is, 3s and 5s. The child, number 3, and 5, the free spirit, the one who just get out there, just go. It's just like them 4s, sort of like you've been in prison, right? And then you get them 5s like you're free. So them 5s more like free spirit. They want to do what they want. Don't box them in because they'll be gone. In any relationship, a them 5 person will leave you if you box them in. They just don't play them games like that. So number five people, your life path number five, you're here to teach people from your experience through your five senses. Like for example, new fragrance that they bring out. You're here to teach people about that. Is it good or bad? About the music that you hear, the sound that you hear, or people words you hear. Teach people about that, about what you see with your eyes. They were saying like the beauty of this place or that place, and what you taste out your mouth, the food and all that there, and what you touch. You're here to teach, give lessons on that. Whatever you touch, whatever you see, whatever you hear, and things of that nature. So this is definitely a learning number, but this is also a number that deal with not only the five senses, we can go even higher on higher frequency, clear audience. You understand the word better than anybody. So we talking about words, like number three, you get the big detail, right? And number five, get the small details. So they know how to break down the whole car from piece to piece, what every part is. That's just for example. Like I can use the car for example. I can use whatever for example. They'll break anything down. So they make great instructors. Instruct you from piece to piece to piece and show you how to do things like so that's only when they're on the upside now. When they're on the upside, when they're on the downside, they're inconsistent and they're irresponsible, like the number threes. And they wild. Number five is a wild number, just like number three is a wild number. So these people are all over the place. So them fives can be escapists and want to have sex with some of everybody. And they could like be so irresponsible till they don't even pay their bills. And they could like leave something on the stove and then forget about it and take flight and hotel, forgot they had cook something on the stove, now the house burned down. Some fire like that. So the fire deal with a lot of accidents too, because mercury, so they all speeding. So the fire deal with accidents too. So mainly with their arms and their legs, them fire accidents. So these people here is pretty much thinker, your smarty pants, but also those who love information, who are great storytellers, and people love their energy. People love their funniness because they come up with all type of ideas and different type of ways. They got a funny sense of humor, so they can enlighten the crowd. People want them to come to the dinner and come to the party because these are funny type, and also they're good at interpreting languages. It could be any type of language, be Spanish if they know it. If they don't know it, they interpret. Yeah, many ways to express themselves in English. Come up with new words in English. You know what I'm saying? Even broken English. You see. So they deal with the language. They deal with symbols. They deal with understanding symbols and signs. They deal with words. And so writing is very good for these people. Like psychic writing, whatever comes they thought is right, let it flow. They don't even know how it get there. It's called automatic writing. They can do stuff like that. Also, astral project. They can come outside of their body, you know, say why they sleep. But you got to activate that and you got to really know, you got to really be into that. But you got the ability to do that if you tap into it and you say, dog, oh, that's why. So they can be pretty much dreamers and everything. So your nervous system very important. They have anxiety a lot. So number five, people need to slow down so they don't have so much anxiety. They have so much anxiety and stuff like that, and they worry a lot. So as long as they don't worry a lot, they be good. Cause them five people are some of the best people, like your teachers. We need teachers like you in the world, and instructors, and those who can interpret what symbols means in the message. So fives are the messengers of the world. They're here to bring the message so they can deal prophecy, like messages, spreading messages of what they feel or what the intuition say. Cause they deal with the mind, so people, so they can read your mind. Some fives can like be like mind readers. They be very good at mind reading people and understanding people's thoughts. Cause say they could say something before I get a word out my mouth. They could say what I was about to say. I was like, I just about to say that because the fives already know what I was thinking. So that we call mind readers. Part of what mind reading is. Also telepathy, like transferring thoughts to other people, where I could think of you, right? Say like if I'm number five, I could think of you, and next thing you know, you see that thought and you call me. You know what I'm saying? Or I could say, call me in my mind. I could just concentrate on sending you that thought, or you calling me and you pick up the phone and you call me. You know what I'm saying? So I know them five who did that all the time. They do that all the time. But anyway, them five people, they're good for that. So free spirit. Uh don't box them in because like I say, they gone, they out the door. Uh so it's for number five to get disciplined. Once they get themselves the discipline of the number four, they win. They be disciplined and they kind of get like the number six, they win. You know what I'm saying? Like six deal with the community. So them five, don't be so free spirit where they do get their time to people. they win. They need that discipline because they can be irresponsible and impatient. So they need patience because they got mercury running through their veins. It's just flowing. It's fast moving. It's want to do this. It want to dance. So they make great musicians and dancers and creative talents and stuff like that. Creative skills and stuff like that. There, like number fours do good with management. They do people who got life path four. They do good with managing things because you can trust number four. They get things done. Them fives is the ones that they got to have a business of their own. And fours can work with people and they can make a business successful by just working to with an organization, corporation. Them fives can't. Them fives so much a free spirit. They most likely need a job where they can have freedom or be their own boss. So I'm saying, so them fours could be their own boss or organization because they discipline like that. So them five need that discipline. Cause like path five people are the ones who love fun. And if they bored, anything can be bored. If they relationship bored, number threes and fives are the wildest numbers there is. But we're gonna move on now to number six. If you like path number six, because we done did number one, the father, we did number two, the mother, we did number three, the child, did number four, the home, we did number five, which is nature or freedom itself. So five's also in tune with nature too now. If I move on to number six, I must say that. So now as we move on to number six, six is more about the community. It did all the other things. Now it's more about the community, all about people. So they're all about peace. They're all about love. They're all about bringing justice. So they like it's sort of like the judge. This is like the judge right here. So these people always wanting to help and serve because six is the number of servants. It's a number of helping people. So it deal with the Venus effect. So these people gonna be the most beautiful people you've seen. Just like number ones and six and nines, some of the beautifulest people, as far as looks physically, there is. So we're talking number six people, they can have beautiful personality. That's on the upside. But on the downside, they could be a narcissist. They could be the ones who be argumentative because these are nurturers. It's just like number twos and four. These are nurturers. So these people are nurturing and caring, and so they can like want to take control in the home. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the number six. Because they want to be the top nurturer. They want to be the one who be in control. So they all about bringing love, peace, and light to you. So these the best people who will listen to you without judging you, because deal with judgment. So number six people who have a life path six, they will listen to you without judging you, and they will be there for you. They be loyal, but they deal with love. But so on the downside, they could be your playboys and playgirls, and very much Venus effect on the downside because they got that magnetic force that's so strong because they're so beautiful and charming. So that charisma kick in. And people love to imitate these people because their style. They come up with different styles and stylish people, people who love beauty. So they can imagine beauty, they can smell beauty. If things don't smell beautiful or look beautiful, because they need that peace and they need that beauty. And these people were like, for example, the food look nasty. No matter what it is, it could be chicken, whatever. If it don't look right, they might throw that away. So six is pretty much picky. Six is one of your picky people in the world. So six is very picky, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna pick choose what they want because deal with that Venus effect. So these people are definitely earthly. This is good life placement. Deal with the good life because number six, deal with Venus. Venus is the good life, like about music, having fun, culture, art, all that there. So this is what number six is. Number six is also about serving, helping others in the community. So they like to be in groups so they can be good in the spotlight. So they can be your great counselors, great clairvoyants, deal with the third eye. So they can be great counselors. Also, empaths. Empaths deal with love, the heart, vortex. So these people here gonna wear your blue, your green type of energy right here, and pink. Cause that's what it deals with. Pink, green, blue. This what it deals with. Like number ones, people deal with yellow, deal with gold. Number two deals with gray or deals with green, like that there. Number three deals with life path three people deals with light blue or light colors, like they like that. And four people deal with earthly color like brown, black, gray, stuff like that there. And then five people deals with blue, 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 make all shades of blue. And then you got number six people deal with navy blue, dark blue. but also your green and your pink. And deal with the hot vortex. So people have the life path 6. This deals with the heart vortex. These people are all about the heart. It's all about what's in their heart. So those who deals with number 6, that Venus effect, Libra and Taurus energy, which is because number 6 represents air and the earth. So they can read what they feel. Because air give them the ability to read what they feel in their body. So they're already physical empaths, so they can feel it in their body. So they very much empaths. There is psychic empaths because they deal with love. So yes, they can be super emotional when they don't love, very romantic or very lovey-dovey type energy. They won't do things slow. They gonna be fast like 3s and 5s. So them 6 can be more like lovey-dovey, cool like energy. People you want to be around, cool, smooth aura. Unless they're on the downside, they're on the other side. They can be argumentative and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And be so judgmental and be a narcissist and stuff like that, and act phony and fake on the downside. But if they on the upside, these some of the best people you could be around because they deal with love. They be a great example of love. They're here to serve the community. They're here to help people. They're here to be a doctor and to heal. They're here to give counsel and guidance because it's a number of counseling and service. So they're here to do that. They're here to give their input, they counsel, they guide the people who need it. So they must like savers of the world, sort of like that type of energy, and they can be martyrs, so you got to watch out for that, having a martyr attitude or being stuck in their belief. Because when they believe something, they really believe it. They can be very stuck in that. So number 6 people are here for that. So that what you're here for. Now, as you move on, because I told number 6, your psychic gift was clairvoyance, empaths, also telepathy could be part of your gift too. So now we move on to life path 7. Okay, we did number 1, the father, number 2, the mother, number 3, the child, number 4, the home, number 5, nature. There was 6, the community, help, service and help. Now we're doing number 7, beautiful people. Now number life path 7, which I am part of, you know what I'm saying? I got other numbers to help me out, but life path number 7. This deals with spirituality. This deals with God. After you done been to the community, now you want to separate yourself, get alone time. So now they want to get some alone time to rest up. So this them deal with rest. So these people, life path 7 people, are definitely your healers. But they here not only to heal like the number 6 or other numbers, they're here to bring new type of healing to the world, a new type of truths to the world, break taboos. They're here to be into the spiritual realm all the time and trust the spirit for everything. And so these people here are gonna be the ones who call on the spirit on the low all the time, like myself. These people here gonna always be about spirituality. Always want to know who God is more than any other number all the time. They always gonna want to know what God is, who God is. You know what I'm saying? All the time. They're gonna be on it. They're gonna go through different religions trying to find who God is. Like I went through Christianity. I went through Islam. I read some every type of literature, 5%. I went through all of that. But now I know myself, you know what I'm saying? Higher conscious, higher thoughts. I'm saying African spirituality, what I'm into. But now we talking about number 7. Life path 7 is a spiritual number. Deal with vibration, deal with energy. They're gonna deal with that their whole life. Anybody got life path 7 gonna deal with energy their whole life. And they need a long time to get themselves right. A long time don't mean a full day, but they're gonna need a couple of hours to themselves, a few hours to themselves, and break away from the party. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a whole day. But they get a rest a couple of days, a day or two, they're gonna be the one who bring you all this information because what they do, they sit in their mind all the time. Themselves stay in their mind. Their mind is on fire, so they stay in there mad at the world, coming up with information. But also they get psychic downloads, quick downloads where information come to you. Like for example, I was looking for an answer to numerology, how I connected the houses with the numbers. It just came to me. I was looking for the answer. I said about the houses connected to numerology. I said, "Oh, I got the answer. I got the answer. I got the answer." And I just came to me fast. All the information just came to me like that. There, so them 7s are claircognizance, naturally. Claircognizance, which means clear knowing. I know, download just come to them out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Without evidence, without facts, without reason. And not only see claircognizance mean all around knowing. Not just knowing, because these people deal with knowledge. Them sevens deal with knowledge. They don't want to bring the message, bring the light, bring you wisdom, bring you the word, and bring you the truth. They're going to expose things. And because they're here to do that, they're here to dissect the words, anything, and bring the truth to you, the real to you. And also they're here to teach spirituality and be an example of what spirituality is to the world. So this is what the Life Path Sevens are here to do. Everything to do with the mind and spirituality is what they're here to do. They're gonna be the geniuses and the intellects in the world. For example, you got your Muhammad Ali. He was bad with what? Talking and beating people up, right? He uses mind. And when he speak on podcasts, he makes sense when he speak. I said that's a true Life Path Seven. They break it down. But he just flowing like it's like a spirit that's got in him. He just flowing when he speak. And he speak on knowledge, speak on things. So also you got your Bruce Lee, spiritual. I'm saying mastery. Seven is a number of mastery. Four is a number of mastery. Also, seven is a number of mastery. Seven is a number of mastery. So anybody got a Life Path Seven or four, you're gonna master something. See what I'm saying? Seven deal with mastery. So whatever seven's into, they want to be an expert. They want to master. So they're gonna be good. They're gonna study a lot. What I do, I study so much all throughout the day. People don't see me. I'm in this room stuck. I be isolated. See what I'm saying? What I do, I study. And people wonder how I get my knowledge. Cause that's what I do all day. I wake up with knowledge on my mind. I wake up with information, looking on the meter to something to dissect, something to break down, something to gain information, enlightenment, and also wisdom, philosophy. Seven deals with that. Seven deals with breaking things down, bringing new philosophy to the world, bringing the truth. Also having a scientific mind, the genius mind, who also bring healing to you. Healing is through the word. Healing is through the hands. Like, cause they got all the psychic gifts. Seven's got all the psychic gifts. This is whatever the sevens tap into. Like me, I'm clairsentience and claircognizance. That's my two top gifts. Clairsentient and claircognizance. But also, I had experienced clairaudience where I heard voices. I done experienced clairvoyance where I see auras. You know what I'm saying? So I got all the psychic gifts. So people who got Life Path 7, they're here for that. They're here to use their gifts to help people, to heal people, to bring light to people. They're here to do that. They're here to get in the spiritual field. So a lot of Life Path 7s, you might don't see too many that be a part of organizations or be a part of a gang. They'll be separated because they will isolate themselves from all that distraction. They don't have their own mind. So they're natural leaders, especially when dealing with themselves in the spiritual realm. So we talk about only way you'll see Life Path 7s be around something. They're gonna be the master of that, or they're gonna have a good position, have a high position. Like if they're gonna be into the church, if they get into a lot of times sevens ain't into the church, they're more into the spiritual conscious area, like the Buddhas, or the African spirituality. They into like spiritual aspects of it that do with consciousness. But if they get into religion, they're gonna be like your preachers or your past, somebody at higher rank. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't gonna be the low level person when dealing with spirituality. They got advanced mind. So these are your thinkers who gonna plan, who gonna break things down all the way to the T. They're gonna break every part down, just like number fours would do. Sevens will break it down. That's why fours and seven can get along very good. Um, and sevens get along with ones and fives because they deal with the mind very well. But also they can get along with number nines. But so when we talking about sevens could get so caught up in the spiritual realm until they forget to take care of themselves as far as financially. But sevens will always have money. So they manifest through spirit. They trust the spirit in everything. A lot of sevens create formulas, or some call it rituals, or some say spells. But sevens will speak to the divine and manifest things. All they do speak it or think it, imagine it, and stick with it and believe and trust. See, sevens got to trust spirituality. They don't. A lot of sevens go crazy because they feel like they ain't got nothing in life. It's a lot of Life Path 7s. If they don't feel like there's no life, that means they're not trusting spirit. So once sevens trust and have belief in something, or the spirit or the higher power, that's when they win. They become magical. You can't stop. They look so magical. It's a shame. You be like, oh, did they put magic on me? Because seven make things happen. You be like, oh, I want to imitate that energy. I want to be like that energy. Because that energy so charming and so magical. They become that Neptunian energy. So them seven represents Neptune, and some say the moon. So them seven deal with the Neptunian energy, it deal with the spirit, the Piscean energy, the old soul when dealing with spirituality, like they've been here before, like that. There, so seven gonna deal with feeling your aura, feeling your energy, knowing your energy, seeing through your soul. You know, they can feel what's up. You can't even hide from seven. You can't even like, cause seven's about the intuition naturally. I ain't noticed that. I said, you know what? I've been living by that all my life. I ain't knew it's called intuition to now, you know, but all my life, someone's a nasty live by the intuition, just like the fiery one. You got fives, like especially ones, fives, sevens. They live by the intuition naturally, and number nines naturally. So number twos too. Twos is another one. So now we're talking about life past sevens. You're here to spread the light. You're here to heal. You're here to be the scientific mind. You're here to get into the music, the arts, and heal people through the music, heal people through the arts. You're here to use your psychic gifts to help people in every way you could. You know, you're here to break the taboos in life and bring the truth to the world. You're here to do things like that. You're here to uh get in tune with the spirit. You're here to show love to the spirit and the ancestors and stuff like that. There, you're here to do all that. So this is how you win. This is how you win when you become very spiritual and you trust the spirit. And not only just trust the spirit, you also do what you got to do. You got to put in action. It's always a balance. You need a balance, which means you got to put in action. You can't just sit there and trust spirit. You got to put into action too, and so it can manifest. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of sellers will have things that's spiritual. They will have gemstones. They will have since I'm the 37 type of seven, you can add the three. You know, so you had the clairvoyance with it, you had the four, like having earthly things like gemstones and ankhs. Seven with you would have stuff like that. You would have things that's spiritual, and you would decorate your space in the spiritual way. You might have a altar or something like that. Yeah, something that's spiritual, sacred to you, something that make you feel divine. And so, like twos deal with the mother, so do sevens. Sevens deal with the mother too. Got some of the moon aspects of it. So seven deals with love, just like the Venus, because you got to understand that Libra is the seventh house, so it deal with love too. But it also deal with the moon. Moon is love, but also deal with Neptune, so it's spiritual. So you add all the elements together, you got a spiritual being because seven is very spiritual. So seven's here to show you what unconditional love is. They're here to master. They're here to master themselves, so they can show you what love is. They're here to show you what balance is, to show you what love is, stuff like that. They're here to spread that light to you. So these are your light workers. These are the ones who bring the greatest healing to you and to humanity. Some of the greatest healers is on the light path number sevens. So the magical hands, sevens got that. They can touch it. They're very creative because they got the Pisces energy, also with the Venus and the moon. All these are creative planets. So they're super creative. So they're here to use their creativity to be magical. So they can be into the culture, the arts, the ancestors, and things like that. And and also sevens could be like escapists on the downside, use drugs and alcohol to escape their reality because they deal with the Pisces energy also. So escape life and want to be isolated from people. So the way sevens kick it, when they go through something, they want to be isolated. They don't want to be around people when they go through stuff, when they solve, just like the number twos. So they want to be more isolated and go through their own pain. When they get over it, though, they'll get back. That's why they need a long time. Then they're not really loners, like they say, like people say in numerology, but they could be loners. The reason why they do need a rest or a long time, because this helps them get information. It helps them to be stronger. It helps them to heal. So how sevens heal is through isolation, going out to a restaurant by themselves or going out to the mall by themselves where they could think, having a little drink, by themselves where they could think, doing things that put them back in the mood until they feel refreshing. So nature is part of number seven. They need to get some of that air out of nature. They're in tune with nature because they're very spiritual number. So they can be in tune with the earth, in tune with the air, in tune with the water. So in tune with the earth. They can be in tune with anything that deal with nature. So they must use spirituality for everything. And this is how life past sevens win. They're here to be spiritual. So if you're life path seven, you're here to be spiritual. You're here to be spiritual. You're here to be divine. So once you trust the spirit and you really fulfill that and you feel like you're in tune with spirit, you can do anything that's possible. Like I could touch a gemstone and feel the energy off it. And that's pretty much a life path 7. They're here to be spiritual. They're here to be spiritual teachers, be in the media and teach spirituality, or to teach spirituality individual. They're here to teach spirituality, or to be an example of spirituality and love, universal love, unconditional love. So 7 is a mastery number. It's a number of love. Because once you master all the energy vortex, like 7 days of the week, it's rest time. So 7 needs their rest. They need that balance. So they ain't be the type who overwork. They don't do good in the work and hard work field. They do good when dealing with social work, healing, counseling, getting advice. They did good with like the scientific work. And being by themselves and working by themselves. Also, they did good with like being over something like management positions, because they can see the big picture and put things together because they got the genius minds. So now, moving on. So the creative field too, music. A lot of 7s is in the music field and creative field, like music, arts. They can do all that. They're here to do that. They here. That's part of your life path. Be into stuff like that. So now moving on to life path 8s. If your life path is 8, because you got to think of this. We done did number 1. Life path 1 is the father. Life path 2 is the mother. 3 is the child. 4 is the home, the foundation. 5 is nature of freedom, expression. 6 is the community, serving and helping people. 7 is spirituality, is God, it's higher mind. 8 is manifesting from the higher mind, is deal with having things, manifesting prosperity and wealth. Number 9 deals with I got it all. So it's universal love. I spread this love back. Number 9 gonna be the givers to give back. So now we on number 8. Number 8, if your life path number 8, woof, you gotta understand these some equal circles here. 2 circles put together like the figure 8 body. So these people is dynamite. They got the star syndrome. I'm the star, and they will work with. They will do whatever it takes to become that star. Life path 8s is nasty, earthly people, grounded people, but they have all the elements. I want you to understand about the earth element. It got all the elements because just like your flower, what does it has? Flower gets sun. The flower got water in it and air. So, but it's earth. See what I'm saying? Come from the earth. So we talking about they got it 2 times, 2 circles. So they got a lot of earth. So they can be very materialistic. You know, they all about money. These people love money. They love prosperity. They love to manifest things. They be honest with you, they put in so much work, they deserve it. But they ain't here to overwork. A lot of them overwork, become workaholics where they can skip family time and they can cause chaos when they ain't got no balance. So number 8s need balance. Because number 8 is nasty leaders. They naturally here to lead corporations and businesses. They naturally here to make things build and to make things prosper. Like number 4 is builders and make things prosper. So is the number 8s. Number 8s make things prosper even for corporations. And through my experience, all the number 8s that I know, it's only might be a couple of them that's not like that. But majority of number 8s I know all do better than people in their environment. It don't matter what level they on. Them 8s be having things. They have nice cars, nice jobs, good management positions and stuff like that there. So number 8s be having it. Them 8s can be great healers. Like I think Dr. Sabi was an 8. He either was a life path 8, but he had an 8 in his chart or something. But to show you how powerful number 8 is, they can study stuff into herbs, stuff that's earthly. It's flowers, what plants is, and what can heal people. So they can be great healers too. And they got Reiki through the hands. They got healing hands. So they're very creative. Just like 4s, Reiki through the hands. So is number 8. 8s are very creative. So 8 people is be very good when doing something that's earthly, hard work. They just don't want to be all in their mind. They want to manifest things, and they don't mind having patience and moving up in status. See, they know they're gonna manifest. You know what I'm saying? Because this deal with that Saturn energy. It's that Saturn energy right here. So they know they will manifest and they keep working. Saturn deal with mastery, so they always want to master something. They always want to master something. They always want to achieve. They deal with achievement. and so their careers are very important. But as long as they don't put their careers so far above their family, they will win. They need that balance. A lot of number eights, this is a fortunate number, so they will have things. They think it's not to worry about money. I know a lot of number eights, they worry about money too much because they will always have, and they got money more than the average, and they still worry about money. And they say, "I love money." A lot of number eights say they love money, and but a lot of number eights also can be spiritual because you got to understand now they got all the elements within them. They can be spiritual too, very spiritual, but they gonna have the earthly element in it where they will be like practical with it, with their spirituality, realistic. They be realistic with their spirituality. They ain't gonna go so above like how number sevens would be, all in their head so far out there. Number eight's gonna come back down to reality. So eights people is good to have around because they could be very loyal, but they also could be very bossy and think they the shit and think they all that. And people could come against number eights. You know what I'm saying? People could come against them because they don't like how powerful these people is. These some powerful people. I see number eight where you be like, "Ooh, this a big girl, a big girl, number eight," and they got so much confidence, and people like how they shine. They be like, "Wow." So I done seen eights like just so like with that number one central, like that powerful force who don't care what nobody think type energy. But at the same time, they do got curiosity within themselves, but you'll never really see that at eight. 'Cause eights are cool, calm, collective. You don't catch too much of that. They will get aggressive, and they could get aggressive. Cause this is a money number, so these people most likely to bump into getting robbed or cheated on than anybody when dealing with money or finances. But they learn from that, and they good with finances, and they be the one who good when dealing with money, and they always thinking of some ways to make money. Oh yeah, dude, I want a lot of you to check celebrity charts and other people charts who not celebrities, people who you know in your family, and see if you can identify with them by all everything I said on here, all this reading. You'll be like, wow, numbers don't lie. People do. I'm telling you. So if you're number eight people are the ones who had expensive clothes, expensive wear, but they will work hard for it to get there. A nice house. They want to do it big on every level. You think number ones is it? Shoot, number ones and eights have competition going on there. So say so number eight people are powerful people, it's a powerful force. You know what I'm saying? And manifestation is part of their number, part of their vibration. So like who over companies, who's the leader over corporations, and so number eight is also with the Saturn. This but they love family, they're loyal to family, and that's true and true indeed. They're very organized, very organized. They can be very like some people might see them as boring. It depends on if whatever person what else you got in your chart. But number eight actually could be fun loving. You know what I'm saying? So they be good at math. They be good at math with numbers and stuff like that there. So that's a good thing about number eights. It's the earth element. So they deal with the healing. So this is a very powerful placement right here. So if you want to know about things that number eights, you got to really come to number eights about things that they know about because they're expert in any of that type of stuff. But so these are your mechanics. These are the ones who can be funeral directors and stuff like that. There, who's over like Walmart, who's over like stuff like that. Them fours, number eights can do that. So number eights, as you see, the cool, smooth, money go get her, status go get her. Don't trip too much. Who can hold a lot. They could be mediums. Of course, they could be mediums to talk to spirit because this coming within their body, could channel energy, be an energy channeler. They be your tarot readers because they deal with the Capricorn like energy right here. So these people can be very good at that. They deal with mastery, trying to achieve the goat. Whatever they do, they want to be the best in. They appear to talk like they slow, but they really just talking careful. That's it. Eights are when they're like they deal with profession. Their image means a lot. So imagery means a lot for number eights and number six. Imagery means a lot for these people. Eight, six, and number ones. Imagery means a lot. So they're gonna give their best in the public. Six and eight's gonna be at their best in the public eye. So and if you make them look bad, number eights will never forgive you. They can hold grudges, mean grudges. Sixes can hold grudges. Fours can hold grudges, especially number eights and number six. They can hold grudges. So people got life path number eights. This is you. Now, We got to move on. We refer to the final numbers after I explained number one, which is the leader, number two, which is the nurturer, caregiver, number three, which is the adventurous one, number four, which is the foundation, the home, the builder, number five, which is the free spirit, the expression type of individual, number six, which is the community, those who help, who serve, like the humanitarian on the community on a local level. And number seven, which is the spiritual one, the magical person, the sage. Then you got number eight, which is the one who have things, the provider, the corporation, the ones, yeah, the ones who the business personnel. Now we got number nine. Number nine is the one who done been through all that. Number nines don't is content where they at. A lot of number nines, as long as they can live and they be comfortable, they good. They good. So a lot of them nines, they say, I done had all that. I done had all the money. I done been to the spiritual realm and back. I done did everything from one through eight. Number nine done did it. So number nine did on completion. So what number nine people want to do, cause they nasty as an old soul, they nasty feel souls. They feel like they've been here a lot of time. Number nines, cause they got all the aspects. They got number seven, the spirituality. They got number eight, the manifestation. They've been there, done that. They know they got it in them. Number nine just know they got all this in them. So number nine got the universal thinking, universal love. So these are the big humanitarians who accept us of people, places, and things. They accept us of everyone. So, but them is universal love. Like they don't uh discriminate between who opinion is the best type of stuff because they deal with acceptance and universal love. So number nine type of people who got life path nine, they don't be most like the ones who give. The more they give, the more they get back. Because number nines is a giver, and they really don't want nothing back. But it's true for you, or it's good for you to accept when people give to you, because you be the one who turn people down, because you be like, I did it from the heart. Cause number nines do it from the heart. They don't be like number six want something back. You know what I'm saying? The number nines don't really want nothing back. But how number nine win is when they receive from others, because people feel like they have no other way of giving back to you because you do so much for people. Number nines is the big server, the big humanitarian, where people feel like, well, I don't know no other way to give back to a number nine person. They won't let me give to them. And all they done for me, because number nines will do small stuff to the big stuff for people. So number nine people will also be their protector because they're the warriors. So they be brave. They fight for people who they love. So number nine got all that in the universal love, the humanitarian soul, who bringing wisdom to people, who bringing the light to people. So these like the Hemet in the tarot card. Number nine. So they're gonna bring the light to people, shine their light on people, on and you know what I'm saying, bring the truth to people, but also be the warriors. So number nine gonna be on their feet, also in their mind, but also doing some of everything. So number nine is the ultimate hero. So we talking about the big personality. And so this is what makes a nine crash, because they go through so much. And through more than the average number, they go through so many different emotions, so much pain. So they're naturally psychic. They naturally got psychic ability. And they realize the intuition. They realize I'm a number nine. I'm born on the ninth. And this is life path nine. This even go harder. You see, to those who have life path nine, you know what I'm saying? I'm a number nine, so I know what you feel. I know how number nines operate. They think of universal acceptance and love and peace and truth. So number nine deal with justice. They will bring justice to things. Cause this that Mars and Pluto energy. So you have to know, if you know what Pluto is, planet of power, Scorpio and Aries together. So you got the lower Aries and you got the higher Pluto, Scorpio. So this is that energy here. They can keep secrets, but they also could be out in the open like Aries. So it could be either or with this placement. See what I'm saying? And you think number threes and five wives, like I said earlier, we can't forget about number nines. When they on their downside, these people gonna be the wildest. They're gonna do it the best. They're gonna do it big. Cause this is the number that do things big. You got to understand, it deals with the ninth what house in astrology, Sagittarius. Do think big. They gonna do it big. It deal with the ninth month, what Virgo. It deal with Aries and Scorpio together. Just look at this combination. They're gonna do it big. They're gonna do it big. When they do something, they're gonna go for it. Scorpio, one of the hardest planets there is. So these gonna be your fighters. Those who who love drama on the downside. Cause I used to like it when I was number 9. Let's do this for fun. Number 9 people actually on the downside, they would start drama for fun. You know what I'm saying? Also, there were people who get shot. Like number 9s be the one who get shot or fires, because they deal with fires and cuts. So they be the one who get cut. Like me, I ain't got shot, but I got cut a lot. I got hit with sticks and got a lot of debris in the head. Get hit in the head because deal with the Aries energy, the head. So a lot of them guys get hit in the head. Also deal with this sex organ because Scorpio, so they can be horny all the time for nothing. Natural orgasm. To catch that. I be like that all the time. And especially somebody say something that's kind and nice naturally. So number 9s like that. So I know life path 9s go harder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this your body. This your look. So you had that young like youth Aries like energy look with the fire Sagittarius like energy intertwined. So number 9s is a universal number. It's super creative. Uh Number 9 is so like number 1. They can be what they want to be, but they mostly gonna help serve people. They're here to help serve and bring wisdom, bring light to this world. It raise the vibration of the world. Just like number 6 raise it on a smaller level, them 9 gonna raise it on a universal level. When they do something, they're gonna do it big. So this your life path number 9, you got a hell of a number. You got all the numbers within you. I mean, you got clairvoyance ability. You definitely claircognizant because you're very confident. And also knowing cognitive, where you just know, you get downloads of information out of nowhere. But also you feel more than anybody can deal with the feeling in the sexual area, which is the sacral chakra. So put 2 and 7 together, you got 9, right? So you master all the chakras, but you added 2, 72, you got 9. 7 is mastery of all the energy vortex. You add 2 with it, you got 9. So boom. So with 8, you add the 7 and the 1, you got 71. So saying 1 is the root chakra, 7 is the what? So 8 would deal more with the root, and 8 deal with the bones and deal with the joints. 9 deal with the sacral area and the crown. It deals with the crown vortex. It deals with the crown, the pineal gland, and all that there. So with that being said, and also deal with the feet, because 7 deal with the feet too. So you feel the energies there. So 9 people, they think on the universal level, dissecting things, very emotional. They can be very aggressive. One of the most fighting number there is number 9s. So you talking people who fighters, all like a lot of number 9s that I know, include myself, and also I could say my people, my family members who had number 9s, they've been fighting. They got scars and marks. And we talking fighting. Like me, I used to fight all the time. It was nothing but a thing. I used to like to fight. Boom, 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 boom in the streets. So that's pretty much the number 9 fighters. And they would have cuts. They would have bruises. Like my family member, they got gunshot. You know, so a lot of number 9s could also die too, because it's deal with Pluto. So just like number 8s too could be a victim of robberies. Number 9s also could be a victim. So number 9 deal with universal love though. They're here to give, to help, and to be an example of love, to be an example of leadership, to be an example of all those other numbers, to be an example. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be all of them, but they can be an example of something of them other numbers. They can be an example. But a lot of number 9s are content where they at. When they feel comfortable, they content. Because they felt like they already had all what number 8 had. All the things that number 8 had. They already been to the spiritual realm of number 7. They already dissect things. And so they got natural intuition. So they come up with things just like number 7s, and they manifest just like number 8. So it's a very lucky number. 9 is very lucky. Lucky number. And so you'll be like, wow, 9 might appear broke to you, but they have things. They end up having things. Things just come their way. Inheritances from family members or something gonna come their way out the blue. And they always have. So a lot of them 9s will always have. So they might don't do it big, and they might be content where they at, but they got that wisdom. See, number 9 deal with wisdom. So wisdom. Mess with number 9, they got that wisdom, beautiful people. You talk wisdom, mess with that number 9. They got that. Yep. Yep. They got that wisdom. Number 9 got that wisdom. So when we speak of number 9 people, you got to love them people. They're some of the best ever. I love number 9. I love y'all. I love y'all, beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? I know I born on the ninth, so I can feel your soul. You got to do it on a big level. You're here to be that humanitarian, here to serve, to help, to be that social worker, to be that counselor, to be that guy, to be that therapist. You're here to be that psychiatrist. And then as a psychiatrist is like a number seven. See, sevens and nine got certain relationship far as psychiatrists, psychic gifts and helping and serving. Uh, so number nine got the gifts of all of them. Number nine got leadership of number one. It got the nurturing and empathic ability of number two. It got the number three, the expressing the childlike behavior, the fun loving, the that type of behavior, the think big of number three. It got the number four, the it could be structured, it could be organized, it could be like detail oriented, pay attention. And it got and also very stable. Or they also got the number five, which is travel or deal with the ones who are free spirits and all that there. But they also got number six, like to serve the community and help people and serve people. They also got number seven, who master their energy vortexes or the chakras, who all about spirituality, God, and using their magical gifts to manifest things. But they also got number eight in them, which is having things, provide, knowing how to get things, knowing how to prosper. So they're very prosperous. So number nine got all of that in them in one. So those who got life path nine, that's how numerology works. That's why it's an order. It goes back to number one when it hit 10. When it hit 10, 10 will be like add a little bit more to it. Like you add a zero to the 10, make it more intuitive, more psychic, because the zero came out the womb. One came from the womb of the mother. So it came out the cosmic ocean, you know what I'm saying? And so that the one is the sun. Number two is the moon. Number three is Jupiter. Number four is Uranus with some Saturn in it, because the Earth number. Number five is Mercury. Number six is Venus. Number seven is Neptune. Number eight is Saturn. And number nine is Mars and Pluto. Boom. Now, if we get deeper, we go by the houses and all that there, you add all the other stuff, you see the full picture. So that my intuition had told me. This came out the blue one day. And I said, oh, I got the answer. I got the answer. I just started it. I said, oh, wow. It's came me out the blue. So that's claircognizance. I got it on every level, claircognizance. When I'm looking at things, when I'm reading people, the information is coming to me. Also, I feel people. I can look at people pictures. They say, well, why you like me to send pictures to you? Cause I look at the pictures and I feel it. And also I can see auras and I read by mainly what I feel. But also when I see auras, I read that too. So I'm saying I'm already claircognizant, so it get clicking quick what it means. So, and I've been accurate. Ain't nobody could never tell me since I've been doing reading that my accuracy ain't 99% of psychic readings. Or I say from 97. I'm gonna even say from 97. I think that's still belittling me. For I say 99%. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't not one person, maybe one who tried it, but out of about 100 readings, everybody. And that made me sure that I was truly psychic. You know what I'm saying? When I read them pictures, I don't know nothing about these people. I don't go on people's social medias and look them up. None of that. Why? Because I've been trying to master my gifts. You can't do that. You can't cheat yourself because you're trying to master. That's why I ask people, how did I do? And once I learned how I was fire with it, it was on. By me having life out seven to help, those who got nines can even do it too. Eights can do it too. All of them has got the gifts, right? But when you get from like six on back, they definitely gonna be the ones. So with that being said, the most beautiful numbers, you got 1, 6, and 9. These are one gonna be like most a good time. They're gonna be stylish or look like something. This the sun, number one, 6 is Venus, and number 9. I can't forget about Neptune, number 7 now. Neptune, because it's Neptune's cradle. Then you got number 9, which is Mars and Pluto. So now the numbers that can be wild out in the open is 3s and 5s. We're gonna get to the master numbers too. There might be a 2-hour. But first, let me read you before I get to the master numbers. Okay, March, honest merchandising. I'm gonna go to hypnotist 232. So you born November 12, 1982. I added up. Y'all can add with me. So I can show you how to do it. Okay, 11, because you're born in November the 12th. So let's just add that real quick. Then we're gonna add 1982. 11 plus 12, you get 5 already. That's 5. Now let's do 1982. Oh, okay. 92, you get 1990, 1982, you get add up 20. You get 20. So you get 25. So you're a life path 7. The type of life path 7 you is the moon with Mercury type of life path 7. So you have a little bit of moon, a little bit of Mercury with the Neptune, number 7. So you're life path 7. You're here to be spiritual, James. Those are born March the 3rd. That's my people birthday. I got 3 relatives on March the 3rd. Okay, add yours up. You get 8. No, yeah, you get 8. You here to manifest things. You're here to build your empire and prosper. You're here to move up in status and rank, and the one who help people prosper. You're here to heal people, help people, help build people. First, build yourself, help yourself. So you can be the one who has something, who show people how to prosper and stuff like that. So you like the wheel of fortune when people around you. So you can be the healer, use psychic gifts, or whatever you want to use, but you will manifest if you ain't blocked, or if your mind right. You know what I'm saying? You good. Now, let me see. Now, no, okay. See me grow. Let's do your birthday. 1 plus 2, December the 6th, 1986. 9, 10, 19, 19 and 8 is 27. 27 and 6 is 27 and 6. You don't have no master number 33. Hold up, 27 and 6. Oh, yes, you do. You got master number 33. You got a master number. Matter of fact, I might well go and do master number 33. Then I'm gonna do 11 and 22. So master number 33 basically, see me grow. I'm starting all the way up to the top with the comments. Y'all wonder where I'm reading from. But basically 33, I got Jupiter 2 times, and Venus like energy. So if you say Jupiter and Venus together, that's like spreading love, spreading light, spreading knowledge. So this is very big personality, very big thinking. So these people here are like your big humanitarian, like the number 9. And so they're here to bring that wisdom to the world, the light. They're here to teach many people. They're here to raise the consciousness of the world. So if you go back to my number 6 and you add that on into your higher purpose is to raise the consciousness of the world and to help and to serve, to give without being a martyr, you will win. You're here to be that true humanitarian, and you'll win. You know what I'm saying? You're here to do things like nurturing, the caring field, social field, doctor, nurse, stuff like that on a big level. You're here to do it on a big level. See, when it's a master number, you're doing it bigger than the regular 6. You're doing it like a number 9 on a big level, humanitarian. So by you having that there, you definitely got your third eye. So your third eye should be open. Your intuition is definitely on fire more than anything. Very clairvoyance. So you're here to do that and use your empath ability. So that's what master number 33 is. Deal with the big humanitarian, the one who can bring the light, the one who can bring the truth, the one who gonna expose things, but the one who gonna help people, who gonna serve, who gonna because number 6 deal with the home, right? Number 6 deal with the home, deal with the family, it deals with love. So your home, your family will be the world. Your home, your family will be the world. You're here to do that. So these gonna be some of the most beautiful, artistic people there is. They ain't gonna be like them regular number 6 who just care about outside beauty and inside beauty. They're gonna be more care more about the soul beauty, beauty of the soul. Want to be the one who saved humanity. Those who had a master number 33. So now they move on. Okay, I'm going all the way down to the bottom. Desire, the first eye. Truth wins, always love. You to number 9. Okay. Your September 11th. Okay, I like Virgo. Virgo's got that cool energy. Well, all zodiacs. You can't just read people and don't like all, you know. That's called universal love. Number 9 represent universal love. So check this out. September 11th. Oh, you born when the tiles fell, on 11. So you had the same card I got far as playing card, the Master of Knowledge. On October the 9th. So you got the Master of Knowledge card and the playing card, which is King of Club. So now, reading you, let me add up your number. That's 11, 1984. Let me add that 9, 4, hold up. 19, 22, 11. Oh, you got a master number 33. You go ahead, Desires. I already said what master number 33 was. I already said that because we add up 1984, it comes to 22. So you add up 911, you get 11, right? So you add 11 and 22 together, you get 33. So you're master number 33. That's the highest number as far as in numerology, but it deal with bringing the light. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're so spiritual. And so these people are very psychic. Of course, 33, master number 33. One of the most powerful numbers when it comes to bringing light, being an empath, raising the consciousness of others and helping others, serving and doing it on a big level. Okay, go ahead, desire first eye. Who got this? A new dating for all tastes. Why y'all? I just sometimes I be like, well, why y'all come on here with that? I know advertisement is good, but who wants that in the positive like live like this? We supposed to do this dating stuff. Why do y'all put stuff like this on here? I mean, I go to other people live and be the same thing. At least I would go to a video that deals with sex, that deals with stuff like that, that deals with dating, instead of coming to astrology with this stuff. Uh so that's why I say people violate, but they don't know they violate. Cause even like churches, they violate when they just come speak to people and force their stuff on people. You know what I'm saying? True violation is when you don't come on people stuff and do all this stuff that you're doing. I'm just putting a little light. So some people need that light. They don't know they violate. And that's why I use the light delete stuff like this. But I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna just leave it right there and keep the vibration high. So mass number 11. Those who have mass number 11, you are the light bringer. Because number 11 deals with healing. It deals with, some would say, the most psychic gifts, but they ain't too different than the 7. So I'm saying you you really add the 4 on the 7 and you got 11. So that's why they say 7-11, right? So 11 is healing of all kinds, like healing through the music. Like you heal people through your music, you heal people through art, you heal people through everything. It's the ultimate healer. So far as who better than the other, no numbers is really better than the other. No number is better than the other. It just got carry a certain vibration. Since it's got 11 there, you have 2 1s, 2 suns together, which also creates 2. So you have the sun and moon together. This type of energy, the father and mother type of energy, vortex. And so with this energy, it's also deal with the 11th house, Aquarius. And so you here to bring unique ideas. You definitely cut cognitive. You definitely feel. You deal with clairsentience. You definitely got all the psychic gifts if you tune into it. I'm saying you're going to be spiritual, but you're going to be doing it on your level of healing. Your healing going to be therapy. You here to bring therapy to people. Therapy, like through like through music. You might sing to somebody, or you might many ways of healing. Like it could be even tantrum sex, healing in all type of forms, because it's mass number 11. So you deal with healing, you deal with psychic gifts, you deal with ability. So you're here to bring spirituality to people, bringing light to people, a great communicator, a great speaker. And since you got 11, you higher than 2. So when you higher than the single number 2, but it still got some of the qualities of a 2, and it's hard for people to master like these master numbers. They be like, a lot of people have 11, but they still be operating off the 2 energy. They might have 33, but they still operate off the 6 energy. And they might have master number 22, but they still operate off the 4 energy. All master numbers are leaders. They would do it on a bigger level than like 11 would do bigger than the 2. and like two's more behind the scene. Life path two's more like some would say follower, but they more like behind the scenes. They ain't followers because they can manipulate people from behind the scenes because they don't like to be out in the open like other numbers. But 11 is a higher arcane of two, so 11 is here to be out in the front. 11's like it's either or. They're gonna be out in the front. 11's gonna be out in the front though. So that's how that works. 11's gonna be out in the front. 22's gonna be out in the front. 22's gonna be master builders all around the world. Many corporations. See what I'm saying? Like four is a master builder. Two's gonna be doing it on a bigger level. That's the number of Freemasonry. I think they embrace that number because they deal with practical reality while we live in our minds, in our head, and always talk, 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 talk. Freemasonry putting things into action, the crafts. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand how powerful master number 22 is. So we got a master number 22. You're here to build not only a foundation for yourself, but also help build others, help build up people's lives. Because 22s can build and destroy. Build up somebody's life or destroy because 22s can be very violent on the dark side. 33s can be very like suicidal, a martyr on the downside, but also they can like take their own life because it's hard. You gotta understand them six is hard. Just imagine them 33, all the emotions they taking, all the pain, all the people they trying to save and help. So mass numbers of 11, they are the light workers. So you will see they will be magical. They'll be into two kinds. They're gonna hypnotize you. These are the most beautiful people. Mass number 11 people. You want to be around, you think you want to be around number two energy? 11, you look in their eyes. Ooh, you gonna love them. You gonna love people with number 11 energy. They will hypnotize you. With number 11 energy, I know people in my family with mass number 11, but I ain't talking about my family alone. I'm talking about outside of the family. They will hypnotize you. People got good aura with mass number 11. You know what I'm saying? With good glows, good auras. And they're beautiful too. They're beautiful, they're charming, and they're very sensual, and they deal with sexual. Saying, but they also peace loving, but it's the justice card, so they can bring that sword to things. It's the justice card, so they can like chop things down when they get out of order and bring order to chaos. So that these people could be your warriors when it comes to it. Could deal with the Libra card, higher. It's deal with the Uranus and Libra type card. Uranus and Libra type energy. So now you understand what number 11 is. So they are like Uranus and Venus. So the way they love gonna be different. They gonna bring uniqueness to this world. And you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, they tell about the home, the foundation, protecting the world, which is the home, like bringing healing to this thing. I'm saying so if you're gonna be magical, they're gonna be into the magic arts, they're gonna be into spirituality and stuff like that there. So y'all understand the mass number 11, and then you understand. She says, I'm here for it. You are very intriguing. I know you know deep. Yeah. I can feel your energy. When I first seen your name, I said you got some good energy. Um Desire first. I ain't even look at the flesh. I don't care about the flesh. Cause it's all about feeling energy. See, when you can feel energy, soul tribe, regardless of color, you can just feel it. You can just feel it. You know what I'm saying? You can just feel it. But number 11s is magical. The magical numbers is 11, 9, and 7s, and 2s. 2, 7, and 2, 7, and 9, 11. They are the most psychic inclined numbers. Anybody got life path 2, 7, 9, 11, the most psychics. Not saying that other numbers don't have it, they do, but they most likely to tap into that, you know what I'm saying, off the rip more than any other numbers. But the most earthly numbers is twos, fours, and eights. Twos, four, and eights is more earthly, but twos are sort of like half and half because they got like water with earth, like Mother Earth. Twos like sort of like Mother Earth. So type of energy. Fours is Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying? So fours, so people who you gonna trust the most gonna be like your twos and your fours and your six, your even numbers, you know what I'm saying? But who's gonna be the most humanitarian, more acceptance is like six and nines and stuff like that there of you. Twos, two, 6 and 9s. Twos like the best all around though. The cool energy that you want to be around. You might think you take advantage of them, and but you can't because they can get very moody and very emotional, very sensitive. So they gotta understand that when you're dealing with them twos. So those who seek should find courage with the gift. Faithful feel always. Truth wins. That's right. Truthful wins. Uh, so we dealing with twos. Yes, yes. I'm telling you. So with it being said, beautiful people, this very powerful vibration we got going on right here. I mean, like I done said all the numbers. I said 22, the master builders. These are the ones who organize, they structure. Master number 22, they organize, they structure, they think they could do a better job than anyone, so they really don't want people to do things for them because they think they could do it better than everyone. Master them 22s because they very crafty with their hands. Of course, they got some of the energy of the four, like healing and all that other stuff, and more higher vibration than that. So, twos could be the ones who could be like think they the best at whatever they do when talking about work, because they get things done. These numbers get things done. Number nines deal with completion, so of course they get it done. Number one could get it done. Number fours get it done, and eights get it done. So these numbers gonna get it done out of the most. You know what I'm saying? So the most, the most creative numbers, of course, gonna be one. Of course, cause one help create all the other numbers. Of course, number nine because they were completion, but number six, all of them are really creative in their own way. So it's no such thing, no number like super creative. So I would not give no number over the other. But I just would say this: what number would most likely be into the creative field would be number ones, six, nines. Nines could, but nine really ain't got. Sometimes nines do it nasty like part of the job, but ones, uh, six, maybe threes, twos. All of them very creative though. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really say which over the other. But who most like do humanitarian work? Well, you get your six, you get your nines, you get your 33s. See, I got number nine far as the day I was born on that. And so I'm gonna tell y'all something about the birth, the days you're born on. It means a lot. Because it'll impact your life path number. It'll impact your attitude number. So it means a lot. Okay, now we're going on a deeper level since I explained all these numbers to you, beautiful people. And some of you, if you want to, you can like drop the time period when I get up here. Like, yeah, so appreciate if you do that because sometimes I don't have time and I appreciate that. That's love right there. Um, I see a lot of life path 5, freedom of interest, 7, introspective. Uh, See, wow, I just came in here right on time. I seen that life path 1 are good leaders. That's right. It's a number of leadership. Okay, let me give you an example of these numbers. Number one, life path number, you got like Martin Luther King, you got many other people who were life path number ones, who were leaders and who made a mark on the world. And then you got life path twos. Uh, do I know any life path twos in the world? I had to really look, see who all life path twos. But I'm gonna say the ones I know about. I know life path 7, that's what I am. You got your Bruce Lee's, your Muhammad Ali's. I know your life path 5, because 5 deal with expression, deal with knowledge, deal with truth. So you got your Malcolm X, that deal with life path 5. Um, uh, Life path 7, you got your Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, like I say, and who? Let me see what else numbers I got. I got that I know of. Oh, Oprah, either 4 or 22. Your Jay Z's, your Beyonces, all of them got 4s in their chart. You know what I'm saying? They might be a life path 5, Jay Z's in them. Because 5 deal with business too now. 5, they can be very good at advertisement and business because they got a good mouthpiece on them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going by numbers in general, just going through it. Can you tell me about not having a comment number? Nothing else to say. You just don't have a comment comment number. That is it. Can they put it in it? Can they put it there to distant people? Yeah, they do it in many true channels, and I know my number's very powerful. 9. Are you born on the ninth? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, 9. You born on the ninth, so you got some of the same energy. I want to say this too. A lot of you don't know that the day you're born on, well, all numbers, no matter where you put it, the energy will be the same, but in a different way. Like your life path number is your whole embodiment, your whole life, what you will be going through, your journey. uh the day you're born on is more like you, more like your inner self, more like your true self, more like who you is at the core. So I'm born on the ninth, that's who I am at the core. If you're born on 11th, that's who you is at the core. If you're born on the 10th, that's who you is at the core. So it helps your life path. Your attitude number is how people see you when they first see you. For example, I born October the 9th. You don't need the year when you do your attitude number. You just add the day you're born and the month together. So 10 plus 9 break down to 10 plus 9 break down to 19. And then you add the 1 plus 9. So you're trying to get a single digit. So you add the 1 plus 9 and 19, which is 1 plus 9, you get 10. Then you add the 1 plus 0, you get 1. So my attitude number is 1. So when you approach me, I got a fiery crunk attitude, but cool, you know what I'm saying? But very inspirational, very aspiring attitude, leadership type attitude, strong personality. A lot of them ones got strong personalities, and it works with over everyone. Everyone I know who got attitude number 1 has a strong personality. So just add their month and the day they're born and see if they got number 1. You see why they got a forceful attitude. Now, those who, for example, like hers is 11 November the 9th. So you add 11 and 9 together, you get 20, right? And so you add the 2 plus 0, you get 2. So hers is 2. All those I know who got the 2 personality, they got hypnotizing nature. They very cool. You just want to like somebody you can like care for, somebody you feel cool around, somebody you could spill information around, and they kind of quiet. They're not real quiet. They will talk, but it got to be like meaning to it, or it got to be they kind of like got the shy like spirit energy, but they cool. They're very cool. Everybody I know got number 2, attitude number 2. So all this matter. All attitude number, the day you're born, and those who got like 2 9s, double 9s in their chart, like life path 9 and their birth number 9, the day they're born on, sure, that's even more powerful. They're gonna make it more aggressive and make it more stronger. That's all. Same energy 2 times. You see, this deal with energy. No, numbers deal with vibration. It deals with energy, and that's why it's important. That's why numbers are important. So now y'all know. I just had to break it down for y'all. About these numbers and stuff. They're very deep and very important. But those who got like master numbers, like they born on 11 and their birthday, their life path number added 33, they're very powerful people. Those who born on the 22nd of any month, very powerful people. Those who born on 11 of any month, it's very powerful vibration. Those who born on the ninth. So we talking about strong numbers. You got your 9, your 9s, and your master numbers are the strongest numbers in the universe. Especially your 1s, your 9s, uh, and 22s. 8's powerful too. Now, don't get me wrong. 1s, 8s, and 9s are very powerful numbers. 8's, because 8's is almost completion is physical. So 1s, 8s, and 9s is the powerful, and 22s is the powerful numbers in the universe. So now y'all know. All numbers is important. All numbers is good. We got many numbers within our birth chart. I ain't even did the names. I might do it one day because I don't think I never really did the names. Only reason I don't do the names like that because the way we were born, I truly believe that it stick permanently. Names you can always change. You can change the vibration of names. So that's why I don't really do the names too much. But I should start doing the names too. Because the number mean the same, but in a different way. You see? The numbers will always mean the same. I'm gonna tell y'all that again. The numbers will always mean the same. It is like, for example, this is number one is my attitude number. This is the way I act when you see me. This is like first impression. This is like my attitude. If I born if number one is a day I born on, this is my true self. This is how I act naturally. This is my natural action. You know what I'm saying? It's my life path. This is how I act all my life, part of my life journey, part of who I am. You see why I like to have fun. You see why I like to do this journey. So this is how it operates. I'm just showing y'all how numbers operate. And let me be honest with y'all. Numbers, I come to find out that it match. Numbers match astrology. Numbers match astrology. Let me show y'all how. Okay, my attitude number one, right? So my dominant house in astrology is the fifth house. The one represents Leo and represents the sun. So in astrology, my dominant house where I got most of the planets is in the fifth house, the sun house. My sun is in the fifth house. So to show y'all how accurate, that is my attitude. Now let's do number nine. My number nine, right? Number nine is Pluto and it's Mars, Scorpio and it's Aries. Now, Mars, my sun is square to Mars, but my sun is conjunct to Pluto. But also I got my Scorpio in the fifth house, also with my Libra of my sun, because the sun is my dominant. I mean, the sun house is my dominant house. So I got Scorpio in the fifth house, and plus my sun conjunction to Pluto, which means it's part of my Libraness, and the month I was born is part of that. Then I got Mercury, the way I think, conjunction to Pluto. So say it's part of how I think. Pluto, mind power, because Pluto did power, sun power, transformation. So Pluto automatic psychic, automatically in tune with spirit and go in the underworld, go deep. So I got Mars. My Mars is in the second house, though. You know what I'm saying? It's in the house of Taurus, the Venus house, earthly house. So overspend all the other stuff, all that there. But I'm showing you how it intertwine. Now, let's do the life path now. Life path 7. Life path 7. You understand that 7 represents the moon and Neptune, right? I'm a Cancer rise. My midheavens is Pisces. Okay, my midheavens is Pisces, beautiful people. So they're saying, now this ain't coincident. You tell me what's going on. Neptune is one of my dominant planets in my natal chart. One of them, Jupiter is one of them. Neptune is one of them, and the moon, Neptune, and Jupiter is my dominant planet. Now you tell me. Now if we were doing it like by numbers, it would be the one represents the sun. The one represents the sun. We got number 9, which is Pluto and Mars, and we got number 7, which is the moon and Neptune. Now, the month I was born is Libra, so I got a Libra still in the sun house. So you tell me. And a lot of people I read like that, I find out that it correlates with their numbers. You know what I'm saying? So believe me, astrology might go a little deeper, but numbers is very accurate. Sometimes I feel like numbers are more accurate than astrology. Sometimes I feel like that. I guess I must be more in tune with numbers, but I'm in tune with all energies at the same time. So I just was breaking that down to you, beautiful people. Any comments you have, you want to break down your birthday comment now? Before I get up off here, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Spreading this light to you, beautiful people. So any comments you have at this moment, and if not, I'll just get up out of here and catch you next time. I love you. Spread this love, this light, this peace. Let's see the aura on my hand. It probably got a lot of X's. You see a lot of X's on here. It's well printed. Fire hands is very printed. I got fire hands, so you can see the prints all in my hands and stuff like that there. So can you respond to my email for reading? Oh, you had emailed me? If I get time, I definitely will. See the prints in my hand is like fire, fire, fire hands. Y'all know about the palmetry. Fire, fire hands. You see all them lines in there? You see X's? I'm protected by the spirit. You see the headline, the heart line, and lifeline, all that there. These are fire hands because the fingers short, the palms is long. See how long my long rectangular palms, the short hands, fire hands, but also well printed hands. So if y'all know about palmetry, I do it all. It's very spiritual, like Pep 7. Um, Plus I got the 9 old soul that's naturally part of me. so so okay, beautiful people. I love you. Uh Continue to gain knowledge, wisdom, and light every day. Stay up, stay healthy, physically, mentally, and spiritually and emotionally. I definitely love y'all indeed. I continue to post when I could, or when something come to me, like a thought or something like that, and keep y'all posted because I know this is something that I love. Because I love it too, the spiritual stuff, and also knowing yourself, knowing who you are, and also reading others through this knowledge. And knowing people through this knowledge, sitting back and scoping and knowing how to heal people. This help with all that, all the guide, all that. So to help you reach your highest potential, your highest self. So y'all stay on the journey, beautiful people. I'm out of here. I love ya. Ashe.